Are you over 50 and tired of getting lobbed? In this video, I'm going to show you how to get rid of those lobs. No pickleball player in their right mind likes getting lobbed, but it's part of the game. So knowing how to defend against a lob, knowing how to cover a lob is really going to help you deal with those situations when your opponents are able to lob either from the non-volley zone line or from back at the baseline and get you out of your comfort zone. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to walk you through the first step, which is absolutely critical because it's going to allow you to move safely to cover lobs. Then I'm going to show you two different types of lobs, the mid-court lob and how to get that one, and then the deep lob and how to get that one. We're going to start with the first step that you take whenever you're being lobbed. This step is absolutely critical to safe pickleball play. The most dangerous thing that you can do on a pickleball court is go back for a lob, looking up and moving like this. If you move in that direction, you have nothing to stop you if you fall. And it's just a very unbalanced type of movement because you're moving like this, right? If you drag a foot, stub a heel, just lose your balance, and all of a sudden you're falling backward like that, you see a lot of really serious injuries from that type of movement, including wrists, arm breaking, concussions, and even worse. So the thing that you do not want to do when you're being lobbed is to look up at the lob and then backtrack like this. Instead of doing that, what you want to do is open the door. I'm going to show you now how to open the door. First, you're going to be in your ready position. You're going to have your paddle out in front of you, hopefully, and a nice ready for anything coming your way. You read the lob. The first thing you're going to do is you want to take your body and open it up like this. That's what we call it, opening the door. Basically 90 degrees to the non-volley zone line or to the net like this. Boom, open that door. That's going to allow you to then move safely either in a lateral movement or moving forward toward the back, as I'll show you as we go deeper in this video. The way you're going to open the door is you're going to open the door by pivoting on your non-dominant leg and then moving your dominant leg back. You can learn how to open the door both ways, but first always start with this type of movement. And it looks like this. I'm a left-handed player, so I'll show you first left-handed. I'm going to shift my weight into my right foot, and then I'll swing my left leg back like this. Now I've opened the door. If I'm a right-handed player, I'm going to shift my weight into my left leg, use this as my pivot, bring my right leg back, and this is how I open the door. Invest some time in learning how to open the door so that you can safely move back for those lobs. Again, the last thing you want to do is fall on a pickleball court going back to get a lob. You want to start by learning how to take your dominant hand back first. So if you're a left-handed player, you're going to focus on bringing your left side back like this, pivoting on the right so that your paddle's in a back position. If you're a right-handed player, you're going to pivot on your left and bring your right back like this to have your dominant hand back. Learn how to do that, because learning how to open the door is the first step in any of the other movements that we're going to cover in this video. Plus, if you don't learn how to open the door, our recommendation to you is when you get lobbed, just say, nice lob, and move on. Avoid this kind of movement and a potential injury. Once you learn how to open the door, now you're ready to move safely to go retrieve lobs. The way that you retrieve the lob will depend on the type of lob that you're trying to cover. If you have a mid-court lob, one that you can get out of the air, then you're going to go back and get that lob out of the air. If the lob is too deep for you to get out of the air, then you're going to have to hit it after it bounces, and you're going to have to go back deeper to retrieve the lob. I'm going to show you first how to cover a mid-court lob. That's one that you can hit out of the air, and then I'll give you how to cover the deeper lob. As we dive into this, if you get lobbed a lot and it's an area that's really concerning to you, we have an in-depth lob course inside our Better Pickleball Academy that covers not just these movements, but also how to reduce the number of lobs that you face. I'll put a link up here and also at the end of the video so you can get a hold of that course if lobbing is bugging you. You're up at the non-volley zone line in your ready position, you read a lob. the first thing you're going to do is open the door, track the lob, and assess the type of lob it is. If it's a mid-court lob, what you want to do is tracking the ball, you want to lateral back to where you need to get to in order to be able to hit the ball out of the air. Now you can choose from here to either smash it back, but you don't have to smash it back. You just have to basically punch it back. What you're trying to do here is minimize the damage. You don't want the ball to get behind you if you can avoid it. Take the ball from here and either smash it or punch it back and then reestablish your position or move forward if you can to receive the next shot. What you're trying to do in these lobs is not necessarily hit a winner off of the lob because they've already pulled you off the line. What you're trying to do here is minimize the damage being caused by the lob. 2 points to clarify here. Number one, we are trying to minimize the damage, but safely. And number two is we're talking about lobs that have pulled you off of the line. If the lob is so short that you can just take it from here and you want to just turn and smash that ball, that's perfectly fine. What we're dealing with here, though, are lobs that have you pulled off the line at least a step or two. These are the ones that you're just trying to minimize the damage and then try and reacquire your position for the rally. Here are some examples of me handling mid-court lobs, both in a Fed session as well as in real tournament play. So that's the mid-court lob. Now let's talk about the deeper lob, the one that's going to bounce behind you. Same thing as before. We're in a ready position. We see a lob coming. We're going to immediately open the door, track. This time we see the ball going too deep for us to get out of the air. Now what we want to do is we don't want to lateral because lateraling is going to take too long. What we want to do is we want to open the door and then close the door in the direction that you're going to head. So if I have a ball coming this way, I need to keep the ball in my sight. So I'm going to have to track the ball, open up some like this so I can track it. And then I'm going to wait for the ball to bounce. And then I'm going to hit my shot off of the lob. Now, what shot to hit off of the lob depends. I don't recommend the retrieval and rip. So where you see the player come back like this and they turn around and just rip it back. Not a very effective shot. A lot of mistakes made with that shot. Plus, you're back there, they're up here. If all they do is block it in here, you're not going to be able to get back to it. There's two shots that are recommended. You can drop it if you're able to get into a position well enough and feel comfortable enough with the drop. But a great solution to a lob is simply to lob it back. Here are a few examples of me going back to retrieve lobs, both in a control setting as well as in tournament play, so you can see what it looks like. Lobs are a growing part of the game, and your ability to safely cover the lob is an important toolkit for you to have, particularly as a 50-plus pickleball player. I'll put a link up here to that course I mentioned earlier and a link down here to a video for you to check out, and I'll see you next time.